Welcome. For you all who don't know who I am Carson. Yes, that's the World Series trophy. Chicago Cubs 2016. Now, a lot of you are familiar with Kobe Bean Bryant, one of the best basketball players this world has ever seen. I said ever. Now, when we speak on things like Kobe Bryant, um, a lot of people don't understand we're talking about the greatest basketball player to ever grace this planet next to a lot of people. So if you're going to compare someone to Michael Jordan, it would have to be somebody who fits the criteria, somebody who makes sure that they're transcendent. So when you're talking about LeBron James and stepping over Kobe Bryant to go to Michael Jordan, you've not only made this a very different type of situation, you made it a very dangerous type of situation. And in translation, what I'm trying to say is very simple. Hold on 1 second. I got to sneeze. Woo. Powerful. There's reasons. People say Kobe is an alpha and LeBron is a beta. There are reasons for this. Kenny, that's a lie. You think Kobe quit against the Phoenix Suns? No. Kobe missed a shot that would have beat the Phoenix Suns. And they were nowhere near the talent level of the Phoenix Suns. Do you realize that? No, Kobe threatened a trade if they weren't going to do anything to improve the team. LeBron had, what did they do for LeBron and what did they do for Kobe? But I'll get back to you in a minute because today we're going to do a whole different type of basketball lesson. Oh, yeah, it must be done. I can see that right now. But we're talking today about leadership. Leadership. Most of you have it, some of you don't. Listen, Kobe had to learn. Kobe used to do what LeBron used to do. That's why he's trying to help him out. Youngstown, I don't like Youngstown, Ohio. Corey Turner, but I appreciate you. I don't like the state of Ohio. Youngstown, they produce some good people. Ray Boom Boom Mancini and Kelly Pavlik. Now, let's speak on this situation. Kobe Bryant came out and questioned the leadership of LeBron James. He said it has everything to do with how you build a team from an emotional level. How do I motivate them? Leadership is not making guys better by just throwing them the ball. That's not what it is. It's about the influence you have on them. You see that? The influence you have on them to reach their full potential. And some of it is not pretty. That's Kobe Bryant. Then he says some of it is challenging. Some of it is confrontational. Some of it is a pat on the back. But it's finding that balance so that when you guys show up to play a Golden State or a Boston, your guys feel like they have the confidence to take on more. And that's what LeBron James needs to hear. See, LeBron wants the shortcut. LeBron wants to shortcut his way to doing all these things. And this is why I wanted to talk about this, Kenny, since you want to talk about, Kobe and all this stuff. Listen, Kobe Bryant won an NBA championship with a team that had less talent than LeBron James have ever had. LeBron won in Cleveland with Kevin Love, who's going to go in the Hall of Fame, LeBron James, who's going to go in the Hall of Fame, and Kyrie Irving, who's going to go in the Hall of Fame. They had three players on that team that's going to the Hall of Fame. Kobe Bryant, Ron Artest, Kenny, came in the second championship. Andrew Bynum is talent. Where's Andrew Bynum now, Kenny LaFord? Where's Bynum? Yeah, what did he do? Yeah, he's going to the Hall. Nice try, Kenny. Ron wasn't there for the first championship. Nice try. Bynum didn't even. Bynum came in and played that one time, and that was basically it. But he is not an all-star player. Kobe had to push Bynum to be tough. And this is a point we try to make to a lot of you LeBron James stat watchers. And this is what we mean by stat chasing. Getting a lot of assists don't mean you're a good leader. Anybody could pass somebody the ball and they could shoot and score. But this is why LeBron is 3-6 in the NBA finals. If your guys don't have the confidence that you believe in them really just because you're giving them the ball, giving somebody the ball when they don't have confidence or they're nervous or they don't know what set to run and they're just out there playing, it's a lot different. Pau Gasol had to be taught to be mentally tough. As talented as Pau Gasol is, he was nothing until he ran into Kobe Bryant. He was so great that the Memphis Grizzlies traded him for his younger brother. That's how great he was. He was so great, they said, we're going to get rid of you and draft an unproven Mark Gasol. Why? Because Mark was everything Pau Gasol wasn't. He was physical on the inside and he could shoot on the outside. As we saw with Mark Gasol. I mean, you can't check. I remember Shannon Sharp said something like Kobe Bryant should be saying that to Kevin Love and JR and all of them. Why would Kobe need to be saying that to them? That's LeBron's job. That's LeBron's team. He needs to be the one saying and having this conversation with them. He needs to be the one to figure it out. If the Lakers had done for Kobe Bryant what Cleveland and Miami and all these other teams have done for LeBron, Kobe would have much more than 5 NBA championships. Remember, they blocked the Chris Paul trade. So the league didn't bend over for Kobe Bryant the way you think. This league has bent over and kissed LeBron James' butt since he came into the league. Nobody in the history of sports has been given more than LeBron James. And he can't make it work. He don't want to be a leader. He want to be a player on the team that got players that's already mentally tough so that he could just pass them the ball and get his stats going, and then he gets all the credit, but takes none of the blame. When they lose, oh, I didn't have any help. When they win, oh, it's King James. But that's funny. He doesn't even score 50% of the points. So if you're not scoring 50% of the points, somebody else must have been doing something. I mean, Kobe Bryant had Jordan Farmar, Vujicic. He had players on his team that had never done anything. Guys that they drafted or just picked up. Kobe had to make them tough. He had to work on them. Kobe was robbed for MVP. A lot of people were robbed for MVPs. That's why MVP does not dictate who's the greatest players of all time. Isaiah Lord Thomas III was robbed of an MVP award 2 years. In 84 and 86, he could have been MVP. But they didn't give it to him. Charles Barkley was robbed of an MVP when he clearly won it and they gave it to Magic Johnson. People have been robbed for the MVP award since the beginning of time. It does not dictate who's the greatest player of all time. Kenny, if you think LeBron James should get MVP, you are totally delusional and you must be from Cleveland. That is the only explanation I can have for you because you are clearly out of your brains. Stop watching ESPN. It is rotting your brain. If you don't play defense, right, exactly. How can you be up there in MVP? You're not even near the top. Right. How a player ranked 300 in defense can be considered himself the most valuable player. So it's all about offense, right? MVP is all about offense. No, it's all around basketball play. If I allowed somebody to score 60 points and then I score 58, I didn't have a good day. We lost, and most of it was because of me. Yeah, he made Andrew Bynum a top 5 center for a year. I don't know what Nick Wright and Chris Carter were saying because I don't really watch that show ever. Those are two people I think should be. I'm very glad they have that show. And for y'all that watch it, continuously watch it so that they can stay off my show undisputed. I don't need them on my show at all. I'm like, look, I got undisputed right where I like it right now. I don't need. There's no interruptions with Nick Wright and no Chris Carter that got them off my show, and I'm very happy that they did that. No, I don't like first take. I see that Max gotten a little better. He's finally got it. My video has finally helped him. I mean, it's clear that he's not even the best player in the game right now today. Kevin Durant is a much better basketball player than LeBron James. That's just facts. LeBron scored a majority of his points when he has those monster games, when he has like 35, 40 points. How many free throws did LeBron James score points? Oh, he gets 13 points, 15 points, and free throws. So if you take away that, he really scored like 20 something points. Don't worry, Sean, you got a much better moderator now. Much better moderator. Joy is good to look at, and she's talented. She do know about sports, but she's not Jenny Taft. No way is she Jenny Taft. Now, leadership is about different things. Some people have to lead by example, others have to lead by other measures. Oh no, I was just in the store yesterday. All that Cleveland stuff is on sale for like you can get a Cavs hat for $15. It was a Cav fan in there. When I picked up my hat, they got it for $15. $15. They getting all that stuff out of there because they know it's over. Oh yeah, here's the 101 again. Everybody was like, show that hat again. LeBron James is not the champion. LeBron James is not the champion. Oh, and this is a 101. None before it, none to come. This homie that's yapping be the only one that has it. I'll show you how to do this, son. And LeBron James, you paid for it. Thank you. LeBron has always lacked leadership. He's a spoiled child that has been given the opportunity to just roam around the entire NBA and get everything he wants. He's a big baby. Like Draymond Green said, some of these players in the league, man, they just soft. We come from a different cloth. You know what I'm saying? Some of these players, man, they just soft. It's true. They soft. And LeBron is one of the softest players. He pouts for attention. Kobe played with nobodies and won an NBA championship. Do you understand that? He went up against the Boston Celtics that was stacked. They had Kendrick Perkins. They had Big Baby. Come on, man. Are you serious? The team LeBron James couldn't beat. LeBron couldn't beat Boston. And then they said, well, LeBron didn't have nobody on the team when he went up against the Boston Celtics. What did Kobe have? Kobe had a Vucevic, Jordan Farmar. He had nothing on the team that could really contend with them. That's right. And Kobe had two broken fingers on his shooting hand. Two broken fingers on his shooting hand, and then this idiot sits at a podium with a doggone brace. I've been playing with a broken hand. I can move everything, but it's broken. Yeah, it's broken. I can hit all my free throws with no problem. Shot a very high free throw percentage with my broken hand. My hand. My hand. Come on, please. Please. So when we talk about leadership, some people lead by example. They go out and do it. Michael was a leader by example, and he was very verbal. If he had to get in your face to make you tougher, he would. He did that to Luke Longley. He did that to Bill Winnington. He had to get up in these guys' face and say, hey, I mean business. You are going to do it. And don't tell me you ain't, because you ain't going to want to see me if you don't. See, LeBron don't have that in him. He's a, come on, guys. We know what we got to do. I mean, we in the finals, man. It's motivation. Come on, man. We got to do it. All through this finals, he builds up, he passes on his anxiety to everybody else. Last year, going up against Golden State, right when they won the Eastern Conference, what is the first thing they said that made people question his leadership? He goes, oh, man, I can't even think about that team right now, that juggernaut over there in Golden State, man. I can't even think about them right now, man. Oh, God. Man, yeah, they got all that talent over there. Oh, man. Oh, God. I don't even want to think about it right now. Then took the team out to go see Future at a doggone concert right before you got to play Golden State. You over there praising how great Golden State is, and oh no, how we gonna beat that? We gotta try to figure out how we gonna beat that juggernaut. That's mentally preparing your team. Because if you feel that way, they gonna feel that way. They like, yeah, they tough. I don't know how we gonna do it. So if they lose, be like, man, we went up against a juggernaut, man. I mean, just like LeBron said, we were just trying to figure out a way to win. You're mentally preparing yourself for failure. Mentally preparing yourself for failure. That is exactly what he did. Now, on top of this, whole thing, right? What does he do this year? They're going to play Golden State again. This year, his whole theme was, man, this team, y'all keep trying to say this team isn't what it was last year. This no, man, this is still a power team, man. They got one of the greatest minds. And, he just knows the plays. And I mean, what do you have? What do you have, LeBron? How about giving some praise to your teammates who was just made it to the NBA Finals with you, who had to come up big, or y'all wouldn't even gotten out of Game 7 in Indiana? Kevin Love had to come up big. All these players had to come up big in order for you to get there. But not one time, nobody in the history of basketball has had their teammates dogged as much as LeBron James, and he was okay with it. How you going to win an NBA championship when you don't even back your own team? He think because he's not saying it, it's okay. Nobody in the history of basketball has ever been disrespected as much as the Cleveland Cavaliers teammates of LeBron. And I mean, it was allowed. The NBA players would dog him. They dog him on Saturday Night Live. They've been dogged on ESPN, Fox Sports 1. The media can dog his teammates out as much as humanly possible. That has never been allowed in any team that has ever went to an NBA Finals. This is a team that went to the NBA Finals 4 straight times and won one. And his teammates have been dogged completely. Even past teammates, when they went to the first NBA Finals, not one time do they bring up the stats for those games. LeBron James in his very first NBA Finals was swept, and he played bad in 4 straight games. And then that was never brought up. His teammates, Gooden, all these guys who played and balled their butts off to get them there. They played. They did what they're supposed to do. LeBron didn't do what he was supposed to do. That's why they got swept. He didn't know how to do anything. He panicked. 23 turnovers in 4 games. Now, you want to talk about not knowing what to do in these situations? He didn't. So his teammates didn't fail him. He failed his teammates. That's why they were swept. His first NBA Finals. In his last NBA Finals, your teammates didn't fail you. You failed your teammates. If you go back and look at the stats, the teammates did the same doggone thing they did against the Boston Celtics. Matter of fact, they had better numbers than they did when they played the Boston Celtics. JR scored an average 6 points against Boston. He averaged almost 8 to 9 points when he played against the Golden State Warriors. Kevin Love was averaged 20 and 12, double-double for this series. More than what he did against Boston. Everybody played better against Golden State than they did against the Boston Celtics. And they're going to say, well, look at LeBron's numbers. He almost averaged a triple-double, but his team was losing by double figures. Why they can't make that up? Because the one side of the ball you guys are not focusing on is the defense. And it mainly focuses on LeBron James. He's not playing defense. So if he's not playing defense and he's not communicating on defense, you're not going to win NBA championships. And that's the gist of it. They're uncontested rebounds. See, you average 8 rebounds a game. Yeah, how many are contested, LeBron? See, I'm a smart person, not a dumb person. I watch the game. It's easy to get a rebound when someone shoots a 3 and you're the only one under the basket to get the rebound. These are called uncontested rebounds. And there are a lot of those going around. Russell Westbrook is very key at getting uncontested rebounds. Contested means, for those who don't know, contested rebound means that someone from the other team is in there battling you for the rebound as well, and you happen to get the rebound. These are considered to be uncontested rebounds, which you see a lot of in today's game because a lot of people are shooting 3-point shots from far out. So when people are shooting far out and most of the guys are outside of the painted area, it's easier to get rebounds when you're the only guy there to get it. So that's why you're seeing all these high rebounds and people are getting triple doubles. So it doesn't really mean anything anymore. Now, this is why I tell you, you can't even have these stats anymore because when people try to come at you with facts, it's just, it's all damaged because if you don't have it from the beginning of the when basketball started and now you have stats, it's like you're not going to count steals from back then, but now we're counting steals. Okay, the leader of triple doubles would have been Wilt Chamberlain. Wilt Chamberlain had double blocks per game, like 20 some blocks, over 24 rebounds, and about 40 some point average a game. He averaged about over 15 blocks a game. Easy. So if you want to average triple doubles for his career, do that. Oscar Robertson averaged a triple double for 4 straight years before they even started doing it. So when they started doing it, he was right at a triple double almost every year. As a matter of fact, just so y'all would know, he's the second greatest player to ever play basketball, the Big O. Kobe Bryant wills teams to victory. You want to win and you want to do well for Kobe. You're going to hate him, but you're going to perform. You can hate him all you want and he'll take the hate. Bring the hate. But one thing you're going to do, you're going to respect him and you're going to play to the best of your ability. See, that's one thing you got to admire about Kobe Bryant. Some people need that hands-on feeling. Like they need to be loved and all this craziness. Kobe Bryant don't need all that. You know what Kobe Bryant needs? Kobe Bryant needs you to do your job and to be confident, be tough. Don't let them punk you. That's what he needs. He needs you to be able to take it. Now, here's something very interesting. This is a stat that they did by Kobe Bryant fans and LeBron James fans. When it comes to mental toughness, LeBron James fans has LeBron James at 40%, Kobe Bryant at 60%. So this is by LeBron James fans only. Who was more mentally tough? They concede LeBron James is not mentally tougher than Kobe Bryant. And this is LeBron James fans. Now, they asked LeBron James fans how many people believe LeBron James is a better player than Kobe Bryant. LeBron James fans said 87% said LeBron James was better than Kobe Bryant. 87% said LeBron is better than Kobe, and they're LeBron James fans. 87. Now, let's go over to Kobe Bryant's fans. They asked Kobe Bryant fans about mental toughness between him and LeBron James. Who was more mentally tougher? 97% said Kobe Bryant is mentally tougher than LeBron James. 97%. Out of all Kobe Bryant fans, they asked, who was a better player between Kobe Bryant and LeBron James? 99% said Kobe Bryant was better than LeBron James. 99. My argument is this. 13% of the people who were fans of them said that another player was better than them. 13%. And the majority of the people who believed that he was not even mentally tougher. Kobe was a mentally tougher person. And these are fans of that person. LeBron James fans. So the majority of LeBron James fans will concede that Kobe Bryant is tougher than the guy they think is the better player. Do you get what I'm trying to say now? And on the other side, people who are Kobe Bryant fans are very high in their percentages of saying, hell no. When it came to who was a better basketball player, there wasn't 87%. It was 99%. And that 1% person that they got was a complete moron. Fans of Kobe Bryant know LeBron is not better than him. Fans of LeBron James, 87% believes he's better than Kobe Bryant. But the other 13%, they were like, nah, Kobe, I think is better. So if you want to focus on stats, focus on that stat. And then focus on the stat that I showed you in the beginning. When you see LeBron 27% and Kobe 52% on the thumbnail, when they're guarding each other, LeBron scored 27% of his shots against Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant shoots 52% when guarded by LeBron James. That's your comparison. That the only comparison you need. The only comparison you need. So if you want to get your stats down, this is how you do it. This is where you do it. Anybody can break the records when the game is not the same anymore. You see how LeBron is now? He wouldn't physically be able to play in the 90s because all the stuff he whining and crying about now, the referees talk to you in a whole different manner. He wouldn't be able to take that. His ego couldn't take it. Ain't nobody gonna be there to spoil him and look at his little boo-boo. They're gonna say, go to the bench and shut up. He wouldn't be able to take that. All those licks, even getting hit, my hand, they be good. We're gonna hit you again on another one. The game was a lot more physical. It was a lot more mental. You had to be tough. All this stuff about rest. Everybody played 82 games. And it wasn't gonna be a lot of rest, but you're gonna play double nights, back-to-backs, get 1 day sleep, and you back on the court again. So all this, man, I ain't getting no rest. Well, that's too bad. Should have went to bed. But they played it with no problem. Did you hear any player complaining about rest in the 90s? Nobody was complaining about rest in the 2000s. Nobody was complaining until LeBron James started complaining. So when you hear anything about complaining, LeBron James' name come up. You hear anything about flopping, LeBron James' name come up. All of these are not credits that you would give to a mentally tough leader. Right, I know. I used to have that video VHS tape. Somebody sent it to me. The refs used to cuss you out. They used to do all kind of stuff. And this is just one of the reasons why LeBron James don't have this type of hat. He probably got to go to State Warriors championship hat. But I want that shirt they had. You see, they had the Arthur Fist on the Golden State Warriors, and they had Mood. They had the Arthur Fist with the 3 championship rings on it. That was way better than that quickie. That was way better than those quickie shirts. Those shirts with the Mood, with the Arthur Fist with the 3 rings on it, classic. I'm getting that shirt. Oh, I'm getting that shirt. Yeah, Draymond said he told y'all the truth. They saw some of them Cal players, man. They saw we come from a different club. One of them Cal players tried to shake my hand. I'm like, nah, bro, I ain't your kind. You saw, and he telling the truth. They saw. Yeah, it ain't his fault. Tristan from Canada, he don't know too much. I believe Kobe words, and this is what I try to get people to understand. They say Kobe Bryant is jealous of LeBron James. That's what they say. And I'm like, what would he need to be jealous of? He's Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant has accomplished almost every feat, if not better, won 5 out of 7 NBA finals, very high winning percentage. He has more championship rings than LeBron James, period. Now, the first 3, I would say he had more talent than LeBron, probably, or equal talent. But how many of those guys are going to the hall that he played with when he won the first 3 championships besides him and Shaq? I doubt Derek Fisher is going to the Hall of Fame. We know Robert Horry isn't going. And even though Big Shot Bob did a lot, I doubt he's going to the Hall of Fame. So Kobe's only played with Shaq that's going to the Hall of Fame. LeBron James has played with Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. They go into the Hall. That's 2. Kyrie Irving's going to go into the Hall. Kevin Love is going into the Hall. Pau Gasol might get there. So you might have Kobe. You got Kobe Bryant. Oh yeah, and Ray Allen. There's another one going to the Hall. Nah, they didn't want Gary Payton, and they were at the end of their careers, dog. Gary Payton and and Karl Malone, they were just trying to get a ring at that point. But this is what he came in about the leadership part. For those who just got here, let me inform you, you guys might have just got here. Let me recap what we were talking about from earlier. And this is what Kobe had to say about LeBron. It has everything to do with how you build the team from an emotional level. How do you motivate them? Leadership is not making guys better by just throwing them the ball. That's not what it is. It's about the influence that you have on them to reach their full potential. And some of it is not pretty. Those are the words of Kobe Bean Bryant. Some of it is challenging. Some of it is confrontational. Some of it is a pat on the back, but it's finding that balance so that when you show up to play a Golden State or a Boston, you guys feel like you have the confidence to take on more. Kobe's trying to give wisdom to LeBron. LeBron should take this and say, he's right. But LeBron is not that type of player. He's a beta. He's a complete beta. Any player who's upset because people call him the B word, just don't call me the B word. Just don't, you can call me anything, but just don't call me the B word. Because I'm not. Oh man. Because see, this would happen on a football field. This is what they would do to break you. To see, because some people, if you don't break them on your team, they break on the field because the other teammates, they're gonna break you. So this started from football and implemented into basketball to make each other tougher. You break them in practice. You want them broken down to nothing. Because if you don't break them down, when they get broken down on the court, they can't recover. When JR was broken down and from game one, LeBron put all the extra stress on him because he wouldn't let JR get over it. Because he's pouting and he showed the world what we already knew. And I've been telling you about him. He's a quitter. He is a quitter, a pouter, a sore loser. He's all of these things. He's a guy that don't want to have to go through the process. He wants to jump over and hurdle the process of developing and trying to build people together. He wants people that's already mentally strong. Come on, Adam, just put them all on my team so we can play together. So I can just pass them the ball. And I ain't got to worry about it. I could just be LeBron. And that's his problem. And this is the team that he chose. The Cleveland Cavaliers did not want J.R. Smith. LeBron said, no, sign JR. He was like, why are we signing this guy? We got away with winning the NBA championship. Let's get rid of this bum right now. No, man, I need JR. I need JR. So they signed him 2 years, $36 million. The rest of the league couldn't believe Cleveland was that stupid. So I want to challenge all these idiots that keep talking about it. Shannon Sharp, well, Dan Gilbert, he ain't do what he got to do to keep LeBron there. He did everything LeBron asked of him. He did everything LeBron asked. He's like, LeBron didn't want them to get rid of Kyrie. Kyrie wanted to leave because of LeBron. So what do you want? Nobody mentions that. Kyrie left because of LeBron. When a player tells the owner, if you don't trade me, I'm gonna sit out with a knee with my knee injury. I'll just sit out the rest of the season and just have surgery. He's not gonna play for you. There's nothing you can do to fix that. But you created the situation, LeBron, that owner had to deal with. So he had no choice but to trade Kyrie. And when the opportunity to get Isaiah Thomas for Kyrie Irving, because that's the only thing they could get in value in that short of time, and they got like three players, a draft pick out of Boston, a first round draft pick from Boston, and three other players for Kyrie Irving. They got a great deal out of it. Cleveland got a great deal for getting Kyrie Irving. Their problem is you got Dwayne Wade on the team. You got Clam Chowder. You got Isaiah Thomas on the team. You got Jeff Green. You got Derrick Rose on your team. You had all these people on your team. Why you couldn't do it? Shannon Fried. Yeah, they got rid of all these guys. So Dan Gilbert did everything he could to give LeBron James an opportunity to go. To all the experts, Colin Cowherd, LeBron's got a super team to go and finally take down the Golden State Warriors. These guys thought Cleveland was going to win the championship. Oh, LeBron's going to do this. This team is going to be incredible. And they were losing. And I was the one that told you from the beginning. You can just go down my timeline, go to my videos, and I told you this team was garbage. One, because they had a garbage guy leading them in LeBron James. And did he ever prove me right? He wanted to rush the process. He couldn't wait on Isaiah Thomas to get his legs under him and be able to play. He couldn't take that risk. And then what happened? They traded him to Los Angeles. Now he's mad because they didn't get DeAndre Jordan and Lou Williams, and they didn't get the guy that's down there in Milwaukee, Eric Bledsoe. He was mad that they couldn't get Eric Bledsoe and let Eric Bledsoe go over to the Milwaukee Bucks. He wanted Eric Bledsoe on the team. Eric Bledsoe is a good player, but he's not what Kobe Bryant, not what LeBron James would want. He's not going to win you a championship. As you saw, Eric Bledsoe got his ankles broke over and over again in the NBA playoff. Who was breaking and embarrassing Bledsoe in the NBA playoffs? Please tell me the player that was embarrassing him in the game. Yeah, Terry Rozier. Exactly. Terry Rozier broke every ankle that man has ever thought of having. Broke his ankles into pieces. He made a highlight reel off of him. So if Eric Bledsoe was on the Cavs, it would have just been another episode of him getting his ankles broke by Rozier. But that's the kind of people LeBron chooses because he wants to be the GM. He wants to be the head coach. He wants to be the GM. He wants to be in any situation. LeBron has to control the narrative. Now, he doesn't know how to approach dealing with such projects or dealing with getting players better. Then the NBA put these fake false narratives. LeBron just makes everyone around him better. Really? And I pointed that out. He has never made anyone better that's around him. Never. And people never focused on it until they started to hear my videos and said, finally, somebody's telling the truth. All these players' game has digressed to try to fit around what this bum wants to do. Kyrie's game had to be altered so that he could play with LeBron James. He can play one-on-one and do what he got to do because he can get his own shot. He doesn't need LeBron James. He don't need a pick. Get away from me. Just give me the ball. Get away from me. I can get my own shot. Kyrie is real great at finishing at the rim. Most of these guys who got good crossovers like Rozier, they don't know how to finish at the rim. That's what separates Kyrie Irving from the rest of these other NBA basketball players that got these handles and crossovers. When they get to the to the rim, they don't know how to finish at the rim. Kyrie has a very high percentage that even when guys are on him, he can finish at the rim. Very high percentage. He hit the shot to bring the NBA title home to Cleveland. He hit the big three. Who would have thought you would even take that shot? So without Kyrie Irving, LeBron's like, I don't need him. I can get back to the NBA Finals myself, and I will get somebody there. Kevin Love was a beast in Minnesota. Double-double guaranteed, inside, outside. His game had to be altered to what LeBron James wants him to do. He's a robot who has to stand there, gets the ball, and shoot threes. Catch and shoot threes. He's basically trying to make him Klay Thompson. He's not Klay Thompson. You got him guarding guys. He's not supposed to be guarding out on the wing. He's got to stay with Steph Curry because you guys can't control y'all assignments. Kyrie was about the same. I wouldn't say Kyrie declined, but Kyrie was, they tried to make it like LeBron made Kyrie. Kyrie was already doing what he was doing. He was already an all-star before LeBron even came there. So it's the same. It's the stupidest argument I've ever had with people. Look what he did to Kyrie. He taught Kyrie the secrets. I'm like, just because that idiot told you that, don't mean anything. He told him the secrets, and now he's gonna teach Boston all the secrets to get to the NBA Finals. Like, you guys believe all that craziness if you want to. He was such a leader that he had Robin Hood, Donkey, benched because he was mad that he didn't kiss LeBron's butt. So because he didn't kiss LeBron's butt and wouldn't communicate when LeBron said communicate, he was benched to teach him a lesson. Gave him a DNPs, did not play, coach's decision because you didn't like him. And I told y'all there was beef because Rodney Hood's personality don't coincide with what LeBron likes. LeBron wants you to bow down to him. And that's not gonna help you as a team. Look what he did to Kelly Clarkson. Kelly Clarkson on the team was so scared. He was playing so scared out there. All he needed was somebody to believe in him, and he would have been all right. He would have been all right. He was hitting those shots when he first got there. When Kelly Clarkson showed up there, him and Larry Nance, you got Nance playing out of his position. But LeBron is like, this is what they gave me to work with. So we got to play with what we got. Wow. Not once, LeBron, did you stick up for your teammates. When they dog your teammates, not once did he go to the podium and say, look, man, This is my teammates. They got here just like I got here. Show them some respect. Not once did he take up for his teammates. Not once did he ever back his team and say, hey, these are my guys. You guys in the media have been writing about them, dogging them out, and doing all this. I'm not having it. We all got here together. Did he ever stick up for his teammates like that? All he did was say, well, I'm not going to dog my teammates. I'm not going to dog them. Nobody asked you to dog them. Who loses the game 4 of an NBA Finals and goes to a podium and laughs? Laughs. He's laughing like he just came from dinner with a cast on his head. Yeah, you know. I'll be like, what the hell you smiling about? The hell you smiling about? We just lost game 4, got swept. The hell you smiling about? Weak-minded person. Weak-minded. You get swept in 4 games and you smiling, laughing, like you just came from a dinner. Somebody just told you a great joke. Kobe Bryant lost the NBA Finals. He was in tears. Tears. Because he knew how hard it was for him to get there and to push himself. When they lost to Boston, he gave them all the credit and his eyes was tearing up because he knew how much he put into get to that moment. And physically, he was in pain. But did he cry about it? No. Curry is tougher than LeBron. Steph Curry is tougher than LeBron. Why? Because Draymond's a real leader. He knows how to motivate to get players to play better. He got Kevin Durant focused like, Kev, KD, I need you on them boards, man. I need you to help me out on them boards, man. I really need you to step it up. KD was like, all right, cool. KD is one of those guys too. He's a beta. A lot of Kevin Durant is not an alpha. He's a beta. But when you put him with an alpha, somebody who's a true leader, like Draymond is, that's a true alpha. When you put him with him, he's indestructible. That's why LeBron want to play with Draymond so bad. He would love to play with him because he knows Dre gonna put him in check. Now, who you think gonna be in charge if LeBron and Draymond on the same team? You think LeBron gonna be calling the shots? Heck no. Dre gonna be calling them shots, and he gonna be okay with it. LeBron ain't gonna let. Why you think he hanging around Draymond now? Why you think he hanging around Draymond now? Because he knows Draymond. He knows the game. He knows the plays. He knows what to call. He know everything. Steph is a beta. He's not an alpha. But Draymond makes him tough. He knows that's what the leadership. Draymond's a way better leader than LeBron. He gets the best out of Steph. Steph was terrible defensively. Used to be terrible. In his MVP years, his defense was horrible. Draymond worked on him and said, Steph, you're not playing D. You're not playing good D at all. The very last 2 seasons, Steph has cut down his turnovers and he got focused on defense. And he started working with Draymond and they start working on defense. Now, Steph Curry had an MCL sprain, severe MCL sprain, and was injured in the playoffs. Everybody thought he was going to be out the entire playoffs. He had no business coming back as soon as he did. And they got to the NBA Finals when they won the 73 games. He got injured in the playoffs and came back in the playoffs, and he was not the same. And you guys ridiculed him. I'm tired of him saying when he have a good game, he's okay. He got injured again this year. What happened? I'm tired of people saying Steph Curry, is he okay when he has a good game? All right, he's back. And then when he don't have a good game, he's hurt. I'm tired of that. This guy ain't faking no injury. Steph Curry is the only guy you should be able to get that information from. If you ask Steph, he will say, I'm good. Physically, I'm good. I'm good enough to play. I just had a bad game. Knowing that he's not physically okay. Steph was not physically okay this entire rest of the playoffs. His lateral movement going left to right, he couldn't move the way he did before he was hurt. He didn't have the strength in his knee. No, he wasn't okay in 2016. But did he go up to the podium and say, man, my knee was killing me and I toughed it out. We lost game 7, but I've been hurt this whole playoffs, really. No. Did Steph Curry ever say that? No. Did he ever say that this year, even though they won? Did he say I was hurt? No. Did he talk about his injuries ever? No. He always tell you, I'm good. I'm good. He ain't come out with no fake knee brace or no crutches. It's about being mentally tougher. He got more heart. And that's something LeBron lacks. And now you see why I don't follow guys like him. He ain't got it. He's not the one. I don't know. His basketball game right now is so ridiculous. It's the same thing over and over again. You're digressing. You're not learning sets. You're not running plays. You're basically running ISO basketball, and you just want to surround yourself with guys who can catch and shoot, and think that's going to bring you an NBA championship. LeBron don't realize that any team he go to, like the Lakers, that doesn't guarantee they're going to win an NBA championship just because he goes there. He doesn't realize he got to play defense. Golden State knew how to exploit him, and they did the entire 4 games. They exploited LeBron James' lack of defense. Yep. So the next time we'll come in here, we'll break down what's next for LeBron James as far as like where is he going and all of that stuff. So thank you guys for this morning, and it's almost noon, so it's brunch time, I guess. You guys go out, have some fun, or get some brunch.